For my last video of the day, I decided to do a more in-depth tour of my transportation materials since tomorrow being May 1st, I'm about to switch from my bug theme to my transportation theme for my preschool group. So I'm going to change camera angles and see if I can give you a more in-depth look at the materials I'll be using this month. Be right back. Hopefully you went and got yourself something to drink because this is a big box. This could be a long one. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that I'm going to pull out is this Melissa & Doug airplane. It has the little people inside and it even comes with little luggage in the back. It's really good for imaginative play. A lot of the preschoolers I work with, they have skills like using an iPad and turning on the DVR machine, the DVD and all that, the Blu-ray. But when it comes to regular old-fashioned play, using your imagination is where they struggle, and they need to be taught directly with models and structured practice how to play. So I like to incorporate at least one session per theme of kind of like free time where I divide them into 2 or 3 groups and I give them each things to play with. I have groups of up to 12 in the morning and usually about 10 in the afternoon, depending on how many people are there at school that day. So I need to have a lot of things to keep them busy, because if I were to give 12 of them this, that would not work. So I need to give this to a group of 2, 3, maybe 4. Maybe at the biggest group would be 4. So I like to have a lot of options. So that's the first thing. This is a really adorable set. I'll go ahead and take some of these out. I have the same set actually for the bug theme, which I just got through using, and there's also the farm theme, I believe. So what it is it's from, I'm pretty sure it's Lakeshore Learning, and it comes with this tray, and it has this slot right here for the visuals that I'll show you in a second, and then it has 3 trays. So like I said, this one's for transportation, so you can do quite a lot of different options. So you've got fly, does not fly, floats, what has wheels, what doesn't have wheels. You can see this one is only 2 categories, so you can kind of differentiate depending on where your learners are. Upside down, we've got wings and no wings. We've got the most basic, of course, would be, to me, sorting by color. It's usually where I start. Travels by land, sea, and air. And then back to the beginning. So what you would do is you could place it in here. Sometimes I do it as a whole group activity, and it comes with the manipulatives. So in here you've got planes, helicopters, train, car, boats. I think that's everything. And you've got 3 different colors. And the farm would be similar, 3 colors, 5 to 6 objects. And then I also have the bugs, which was 3 different colors, ladybugs. What was it? It was ladybugs, butterfly, and spider. So, you know, some people don't like the spider. You have to be careful. But I think they should like all of these. So I'm excited about that. The other thing that I decided to do the other day was I just put this to the side because I realized within my group of 10 to 12, I have quite a range of ability levels still at that point, even though it's considered a small group, self-contained classroom. So what I did was I pulled out, it was with the bugs, but you get the idea. I pulled out like 2 different ones. So I would have this for, you know, my more beginning skills, and then I would have something like this one for my more high-level skills. So I placed both of these out in front of me on the floor, and as it was each child's turn to participate, I would direct them to where I wanted them to work. If I wanted them to work with this one, if I wanted them to work with this one, and I could kind of play off where I thought their skills were, which gives you an idea of where they are. If you present them with one activity and they can't do it, or they're struggling really hard, then you can immediately just pull out another one and give them an opportunity to be successful. So what I try to do when I buy products like this is look for things that I can differentiate to different levels, because Lakeshore, you know, teacher products are very expensive. So I want to make sure that I have a lot of options within each item. I try not to buy something that's just used for one thing or one level of student, because you're not going to get your money's worth necessarily out of that. So that's one thing. Something new I decided to do within the transportation box is divide the materials up into these jumbo bags. So these are the, I believe, Jumbo by Hefty. I got these at Target. It may be Target brand, but Hefty makes the same brand. So this is kind of like a mixed bag. Again, my theme is transportation, so I've got my general overlay for play. I've got some things I need to finish. So I've got two things that still need Velcro. This is matching with Thomas, and this is sorting with pictures. I need to finish those up with Velcro, so I'll leave those probably on the top so I don't forget. Then I've got some general overlays. Again, these both go in the 7-level communication builder, which I have 2 of, and I love them. Very simple, very easy to use. This goes with the Melissa and Doug musical transportation puzzle. Well, not really music, the sound puzzle, I should say. I have that at school. So again, when you program these, don't forget to program silence over the empty buttons, or you will hear the last thing that you programmed on that level. I wrote free play on the top of this. I was thinking of using this as part of a communication board to provide during free time, as it says, to kind of give them a chance to utilize new vocabulary. You can also model with this if you're working with students who need that. This is something that I made myself last year with Boardmaker. It's really, really simple, just sorting between 2 categories. So I've got quite a few of these books on this theme. These are both by Miss Kim Designs, aka Kimberly Lund on Teachers Pay Teachers. I'm a huge fan of Kimberly Lund. I own a ton of stuff, and every time I go to her store, I want to buy more and more. She's amazing. So I'll actually go ahead and show you. This one is Come Back Soon. She has a whole transportation theme. So even within that, I created an overlay to go with the story specifically. And how I did that was I printed out the pages that have the manipulatives on them. I just printed a second page, and then I cut them and glued them and laminated them to make my own overlays. Or you could use this as a communication board. If you have verbal students who just need the visual, but they don't actually need voice output, you could just take this out of your communication builder and just use it like that. You don't need the device. So I made those myself. Kimberly Lund's books almost always come with a matching activity. So you can see it's very simple, extremely predictable format, good for individual, good for groups, good for small groups, teaching vocabulary, describing, identifying, labeling, matching. I mean, you could definitely adapt this to a higher level. You can have them make sentences with the pictures, using a sentence strip, make a sentence about the picture. You can definitely differentiate something like this for your different kinds of learners, and I do that all the time. So that's that. Then I have a lot of books. This is kind of like my miscellaneous bag where I have things that go. Tractors. Tractors does not have its own bag because it is something that goes, but I don't have anything else that's related to tractors, so I'm not going to give it its own category. I was also thinking about putting this more with farm, depending on space, because it's more related so to farm theme, I think, than transportation. So I might actually just put that to the side. We've also got Wheels on the Go. And this one's really cute. Beep Beep by Sam Hearn. I got this one last year at my school's book fair. I try to support the book fair every year. It's hard not to spend tons of money because it's not the most cheap thing, but I do like to support the school. And who doesn't want new books? So I got this last year. Really, really cute. So that's that. So then we'll go to the Chucks bag. So I took everything out yesterday. I laid it all over my living room floor, and I divided up into categories to see how many categories I had. And one category I had a lot of was trucks. So let's go through the truck bag. I'm just going to hold up everything, and if you want to watch it slower, you want to pause the video and write down any names or any authors, you can. So we've got this one. I try to have a range, going from very simple, extremely simple. I probably should have started with this one. So you're talking very, very simple. There's no text, really. There's no plot. It's just about labeling and those bright pictures, that engagement. So I should have started with that one. Then we get a little more into an actual story, with actions and characters and different things like that. So this getting a little more high level. It's kind of along those same lines. They think the shaped books are really cute. They're very interested in those. A little more text. This one is really cute. I got this last year at Target. It's all about different kinds of trucks, and it has a lot of lift the flaps. I try to supervise them a little bit with this because I don't want them to rip off the flaps if at all possible. So this one's really cute. Very engaging pictures. All different kinds of trucks, not just the trucks that we generally see on the road. So They like that. Put those over there. I've really found that anything that makes noise, plays music, any kind of sounds, lights, anything like that, you're going to get more engagement, especially with your hard to engage students, which everyone has those on their caseload. So this one's really cute. I've seen this at Target. This is by Tiger Tales. They also have a farm, dinosaurs, a couple other ones like very similar with the sound. I got this, I think, at Walmart. They also sell this same kind of brand at BJ's. So that's another one. This is I Love Trucks by Philemon Sturges, I think is how you pronounce it. Very simple, very colorful, really, good for those engaging students. A lot of new vocabulary that you probably can introduce, really cute. So I think I also have another one that's planes or boats, I don't know. I'll get to it later in the box. So that's that one. This is another one that I got last year. It's called 20 Big Trucks in the Middle of the Street by Mark Lee.